Another place, I don't need the cake. The batter hit different though in God, baby. Think I need to wait, think I need to wait. Think I need to move into another. I don't need the cake, I don't need the cake. The batter hit different knowing God, baby.
Yeah, cooking it, I got a pie. Ain't about the bread, man, I promise it's not. Doing the work, give it all that I got. Doing the work and I'm working for y'all. Working for y'all, check how I ball. Swear how I'm moving is breaking the law. Flow, J walking, pitch, day walking, I say something dang gone. Listen, yeah, music is tough. Think that I proved it enough. Never gon' bunt, hitting and fall, but I never gon' stunt. That's what be first, but your boy ain't a run. Getting them first, so I'm never gon' punt. Get to them first, so that they know the sun. Cooking the hero as hot as the sun, bitch.
I think I need to wake, think I need to move into another place. I don't need the cake. The body hit different knowing God, babe.
See, if you read the story of Zacchaeus in Luke 19, a lot of times we know this cute story of this man who climbed a tree, but what we miss is this. It says that Jesus reached the spot. Yeah. He reached the spot and he looked up at Zacchaeus and he said, come down, I must come to your house. He had a spot for Zacchaeus. He had a place for Zacchaeus. Here's what you need to know right now. God has a place for you. All my ingredients still let me need and things thought I was with him, but he went obedience. All of my life feeling fit was so tedious. I can pinpoint that to all of my greediness. Ooh, I'm on a mission, boy, cause I'm a Christian, boy. You better listen, boy, cause I'm not selling a system, boy. I'm out here rapping cause he saved my soul. When he did that, man, he took on my woes. Change up everything from head to my toes. Well, that's how it goes. He got a place for you, and he gon' wait for you. The question is what you gon' choose. We gon' be praying for you.
Hey, think I need to wait. I think I need to wait. I think I need to move into another place. I don't need the cake. I don't need the cake. The batter hit different though in God, babe. I think I need to wait. Think I need to move into another place. I don't need the cake. The body hit different knowing God, babe.
Jesse, wanna cook?
I put in work on a minimum wage. I seen your drip, it's a minimum wave. I'm repping my city, my digits LA. Won't get the line, but I'm calling the play. I hear Fugazi, that's never been me. I keep it G247 a week. Holla at me if you really got problems. Spray on my phone, but won't put up the dollars. Haven't you heard all that talk ringing cheap? I'm a new animal, still the same beast. Roam through the street cause I'm about to unleash. There should be roses all under my feet. Ain't talking brick when I say that I trap. Partied in vandals and bust out the back. Wanted to fit in, we all wanted that. Know you in league when you're watching your back. Lately my heart been so Canada. Don't need your hand up like Bannister. I may just turn up like Bannon. He like to fly, no landing. Order my steps, it ain't random. Got everything I demanded. A shooter gon' air out in traffic. If that's for the birds, then I imagine. I can relate to your raps. I tell the truth and I got what you need. I did get right back on track. I got the dream, I can't die in the streets. I just be talking the facts. If it's a problem, then leave it to me. That's how I got where I'm at. Working and praying, I had to believe.
Yeah, I'm probably the realest to do it. Don't tell me how you play the game, cause when you had a chance, you blew it. All of them pills were so hard to swallow, but we improvising, just chew it. Basically, make no excuses, whatever it take, you just gotta go do it. Hey, I see how they playing them sweet. I won't let them do that to me. I'ma keep pushing, I put that on zine. I want the smoke just to let off some steam. They wanna stop me like setting the screen. Man, pick a side, you can't sit in between. I had to answer the call at a team. I made a change when God intervened. Yeah. You make a match, but I swear ain't no challenger, yeah. Fulfilling the prophecy, hammer and nails. I wanna roll with the whistles and bells. They wanna kill me and put me in jail. You just an amateur, you keep on talking, so you just a rambler. They want a shot at the throne like the Lannisters. Ay.
I can relate to your raps. I tell the truth and I got what you need. I did get right back on track. I got the dream, I can't die in the streets. I just be talking the facts. If it's a problem, then leave it to me. That's how I got where I'm at. Working and praying, I had to believe.
it's shining. Yeah, I said it's all in the timing. You know that she wanna be where it's shining. On the coast, need the sun 'cause she a rose. We go out and do the most. Yeah. Fresh off our haters, we back. We going up to the max. Yeah. Ain't no one holding us back. Too locked up, we been on balance. Things get rough, but we love a challenge. Press on us, I'm covered in diamonds. Ain't no scrubs, little baby, you styling. Yeah. Too good, break it down like you should. Ain't no clue what we could. I'm gon' act like we would. I don't need no minutes. What's the plan in a minute? It's like brand new beginnings. I don't want to all accelerate. Been cooped up, need to ventilate. You too fine like tickets. I'm too fresh like lemonade. And I think I feel better days. She wanna be where it's shining. Yeah, I said it's all in the timing. You know that she wanna be where it's shining. On the coast, need the sun 'cause she a rose. We go out and do the most. She wanna be where it's shining. Yeah, I said it's all in the timing. You know that she wanna be where it's shining. On the coast, need the sun 'cause she a rose. We go out and do the most.
Yeah, it's about that time, you already know. Turn the speakers up, man, it's time to start the show. Sean Tanner, Ryan Righteous, DJ Jeremaya. We bringing the heat, man, this joint be fire like, bruh. We in the field, we in the field, bruh. We in the field, we in the field. Just put it in work, we raising the bar. You tuned in to the Trackstarz.
Hey, yo, what's cracking? It's your man Lecrae, aka Crazy Crayola, the bond servant. Right now, you listening to the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, and Jeremaya. I see you, boy. Hold it down. Yeah.
Yo, welcome to the Trackstarz. You in the field? How y'all doing?
All right, it's that time. It's that time for the merch, y'all. You can go to trackstarswithaz.com. You can click on the shop now button and you can check out the Trackstarz merch, the t-shirts, the hats. Make sure that you get the coffee mug. Make sure that you get the other designer shirts that we have, all right? Check out Trackstarz merch today. Get that Christmas gift early, all right?
All right, so we got a very special guest with us. Uzuhan is in the building. How you doing, sir?
What's up, sir?
Hello.
We've known him for a long time, man. We are huge fans, and we're happy to have you with us today, sir.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be here. It's like seeing old family again. Being back with the family.
So catch us up, man. So I remember the last time you were in studio was a while back. What has happened since then?
Man, I guess I could do it kind of chronologically. I mean, basically, I was just trying to do music as a full-time indie artist and growing in my sound. Since then, I mean, I got married. I've been married for 3 years now. I competed in this like Asian American song music competition. It's probably like one of the biggest platforms for Asian Americans. It's called Collaboration. I won the Atlanta regionals and then won the grand prize in LA in 2017. So that was pretty fun.
Star?
And I think, yeah, Collaboration Star. I mean, that's what it's called.
No, I'm talking you.
Oh, no. I don't really win awards like that. So it was like shocking for me too. I mean, it's like on my desk and I kind of, it's like a foreign object. I'm like, oh, what is that?
Let's see it. Let's see it. Flash it.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, it's kind of heavy.
Okay.
There it is. You see it? You see it?
Superman used to put down to.
No, this is really heavy. Literally. But yeah, that was a really important. Thank you. That was like a really pivotal moment for me as Uzuhan because I think so much has happened prior to that. I was part of AMP, a Christian rap group. Yeah, man. And we were doing stuff for like 6-7 years, and we were just kind of calming down and kind of not doing stuff anymore. So I didn't know what to do. Really, I was on a journey to figure out who is Uzuhan, what is my mission, my individual mission that I feel like God has called me to do. And since then, I mean, I've been just putting out music as an indie artist, learning, growing. I direct and produce my own music videos. I make my own merch. I do it all.
That's awesome, man.
Having fun along the way.
So you're more of a solo artist than when we met you. How has that transition been, and how are you kind of navigating all of the things that you have to do to be an artist? It's a lot of behind the scenes things that have to go on.
Yeah, I think more than the practical, like something that I've learned was that being in a group, it was easy for me to kind of like hide behind the other two members if there were any ideas to stand behind or any thoughts. It was easy for me to just be like, oh yeah, I believe that too, and oh yeah, that's me. Yeah, you guys speak, and I just kind of fade to the background,
Yeah.
But when you're a solo artist, I mean, you have to believe in what you say. I'm not saying I didn't when I was in a group, but I have to really stand firm and be like my own rock. I have to be my own, like solid foundation. Like, this is what me as a man have chosen to believe, and this is my conviction, and I die by it. So that's like the biggest thing, like figuring out stuff along the way, DIY. That's kind of been our style since the jump. So adding another skill to learn was not really that crazy. The most shocking thing was, like I said, figuring out my own voice and figuring out who I was as an individual.
Now, is that process always fun? Like, was it always a joy to make that transition and be a solo artist?
No, I was so scared. I mean, I was used to like relying on my guys, to be there all the time for every show, for everything I was doing. And for me to just have to, eventually just kind of ask God, ask people I trust, build my own network. That was like pretty challenging, because I was so unsure of myself. There was so much, I didn't see the value in myself, the value that God has told me that I have inherently. I didn't know what that was for a long time, and I'm on the journey right now to kind of rediscovering what that is.
Wow. I have a question. What would you tell Jayhan that he doesn't know back then that you know now?
First, tell him that there was obviously a name change, right?
We met you
name with a totally different name, right?
Yeah.
So you were Jayhan, and now you're Uzuhan.
Yes.
So talk about that transition first, and then then do what Jeremiah said.
Yeah. Well, so like, back in the day, I mean, AMP had such a strong brand, had a strong presence. We're like, still to this day, I don't know any Christian rap groups with Asian faces, like ever.
Yeah.
So because it was such a strong movement, sometimes whenever I got a show booked as Jayhan, sometimes people would introduce me as AMP. I am part of AMP. It's like hiring Redman or Ghostface Killer and be like, and now introducing Wu-Tang Clan.
Exactly.
He's part of Wu-Tang, but he's not Wu-Tang. He's Redman. So that's kind of why I was like, okay, it's great we have a strong brand, but I don't get recognized as much as an individual. No problem. I'm part of the group. Ended, and now I realized I needed something. I didn't feel like Jayhan was a strong enough brand on its own. So I either thought I have to maybe like change my sonic identity, or I had to maybe change my name. And doing the name change was, I think a better route. So the discovery of my name was very interesting. I mean, I've said it many times online, but I'll try to make it brief. All the cool names I feel like were taken. Not everyone can be Kanye West. I was like, James East. Nah, that doesn't work. Okay, so all the names were taken. So I went to Google Translate, and I was like, okay, I'm ethnically Korean, so let me look into my Korean language, see if I could find anything interesting. So I'm like typing in English words to see what the Korean word is, and I'm being very vain. I'm like, handsome, the best, unstoppable, all these strange names. And then I just thought, well, what's another synonym? Excellence, whatever. I'm tired. Yeah, I'm just tired at that point. So I type in excellence, and I'll pop this word Uzuhan. So in Korean, Uzuhan actually means like excellence, the state of being excellent. So like I remember hearing that when I was younger, like people get the Uzu award, like the excellence award in like school, in like the Korean school I used to be part of. So I thought that was really cool. And it has my last name, Han. And then it was phonetically spelled Usuhan. So I was like, change the S to a Z. And now it looks like a potential household item. Like I could see, you know, Drake featuring Uzuhan or Kanye West featuring. I just could see it. You know, it seemed to make sense. Or for Trackstarz, Lecrae featuring Uzuhan, whatever. So like, I really felt like, you know,
the way you're saying was funny. We're not laughing at that can happen. God can do anything. Yeah. But the way you did it was funny. Like,
no, it's cool. No. I know. It's
that should be like a video for you. When you do another video, you should have like something that you selling to people, like the concept, like you selling something, and you like, here, have this Uzi. Like, that should be your
imagination.
You can also make a drink out of it. You know what I mean? You really brand it.
That's what's on your brain?
No, like,
I'm into it.
No, it sounds like an energy drink.
Oh yeah, energy.
Yeah, energy now.
I'm okay with all sorts of drinks responsibly.
That's dope, man. So explain how you're doing now as an artist. What are all the different hats you have to wear to be a successful artist, especially in this space?
Well, I think I've started to learn more about music business, just overall, just because I have someone looking over my contracts and doing my booking and like some like managing a little bit. But for the most part, I just had to, I guess, look at all the numbers, the things that I got so bored with and overwhelmed with, and address all the negative emotions I had associated with that kind of work. So that, you know, that's one thing that I've been learning more about publishing, you know, like understanding that world, placements, also learning like how it is just to manage a team when I've been trying to like put more budgets into like photo shoots and like video shoots, and like how do I manage expectations? Like I'm learning how to project manage better. I think that's a good way to put it. How to be a good, I guess, leader. Not someone who's like a boss, just like demanding you to do stuff, but I want to be the servant leader. Just be at the front of the rope, like spearheading everything, you know, with having people come alongside me and growing with me. So that's been pretty fun, you know, because I try to, I know I don't have the budget that people deserve. So I try to make my projects for myself and for others, like as creatively satisfying and as fun as possible, you know, because if at the end of the day, you know, they can say, well, they helped a great guy with integrity and had fun. And it was also like interesting. Like it was something that I can happily add to my resume, or at least I learned something new. You know, those are kind of things I've realized add value to people's lives. So I've been trying to figure out how do I give more value to people.
That's good.
That's dope, man. Hey man, we had some questions. Some people was asking questions. I had one question. Mm-hmm. The competition you won, was Heesan Lee also in that?
No, she was not. No.
Okay, because I remember her in some type of competition on a kind of the same thing, but I don't know. And then somebody else asked, what's up with the CHH scene in Korea? Like, what does the CHH scene look like in Korea?
Well, so in Korea, it's interesting. I'm not seen as a Christian artist. I'm just seen as a general market pop artist.
You're K-pop.
Nah, not even K-pop. They have a differentiation actually between K-pop and then pop. Yeah, pop for them in Korea, the pop genre is to label Western music essentially.
Okay, so anything Western is considered pop.
Yeah.
So you have Korean people doing like Justin Timberlake records or Justin Bieber records over.
Yeah. I'll be in the same general market label. I'd be right alongside those releases. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that's interesting then. So you know the big controversy about Christian hip hop artists being, calling themselves Christian hip hop or not. It seems like it's a different thing there, right? Do you feel the need to differentiate yourself as I'm a Christian version of whatever you think I am?
No, I don't think. Yeah, that's a big conversation. Where do I add some value and perspective? I don't feel the need to do that. I just think I'm authentically who I am. and I bring value to like any music space I go into, because I have this ethos that my life is revolved around. I have morals, I have the teachings of Jesus that inform everything I do, and I try to make high art value. I want to make things that inspire me, and if people are drawn to it, then cool. If not, I mean, we know the teachings of Jesus. I mean, not everyone's going to love you. People are going to hate you for what you believe in. Even if you are the coolest, hippest guy ever, people are still going to hate you for your message. So I don't see a need. And I think when people are authentic and don't try to chase some industry, they're just authentically who God has made them to be, like, people will be attracted, especially if you put effort and energy and intention behind your art.
So what's one of the biggest things that you've like what was something that God just blew your mind about with your art? Like if somebody famous listened to you, or your music got placed in something big, like what's something that God just blew your mind, like even past this year or like last year,
I think well, I'll speak on Korea and then America, because it's slightly different. But in Korea, we meet like perennial superstars that are like, yeah, we like your music, we like the music you're making with your team as well. And I think more than just the art they consume, we've been able to like just develop relationships with a lot of people who are not just outright Christians, and in an industry where everyone's just doing handshakes, trying to do social climbing, not care to respect the image of God, the Imago Dei. When you meet people who just want a relationship, develop, be in the moment and get to know someone, that's refreshing for anybody, whether you're in Korea or America. And we just happen to meet a lot of people who are longing for just a fresh, organic relationship. And that's something that, as being an artist, we have the privilege to do that, because being an artist has a certain kind of struggle with it, a certain respect that comes with it that other entertainers can resonate with, and if you still hold to the teachings of Jesus and still want to look to Jesus and live in a way that's inviting, in a way that's chill, not overbearing at times, and you want to have genuine relationship, I found that like these like bridges of trust we build are like crazy. Like I still don't know why people are, want to be friends with me. Like I'm not popular like that,
You're super cool, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Give off a cool vibe.
You are.
Thanks, guys.
So I got a question for you. When you guys were touring as AMP, you guys spent a lot of time over in Korea. Do you get those same opportunities now, or as a solo artist?
No, not anymore, because I think I mean, the funny thing is some people think I'm not Christian anymore because I'm not making like Jesus explicit centric music. And I understand why people might think that. I mean, they don't know who I am as a person, and none of my friends would say I'm not Christian anymore. So it's just like, because my music has had a different shift, I don't really get hit up by the churches as much. The pastors who I actually developed relationships and friendships with, though, still to this day support me, buy my merch, listen to my music, support me. So I just feel like what AMP was, we fulfilled a very tactile, practical need for pastors at churches. They had the word they were preaching, and we gave rhythmic, relevant, a showcase to help push their message forward. And we realized it sounds harsh, but we weren't that special. It's like we could just find somebody else who does the same thing.
Oh, wow. Well,
like we'll fill in, just bring the other next artist who says Jesus in a 808 laced beat.
So
I like the way you put that.
Do you feel like your music is more appreciated here in the States or more appreciated in Korea?
I think I realized the thing I realized about my music is very like Americana. It's very, it's all in English. I really care about building the Western church. I really care to speak into the hearts of the de-churched particularly, And in order to do that, I feel like I need to speak in the native tongue. I don't think I could really do that as deeply and satisfyingly in Korea, just because I don't speak Korean as well. But in America, I know what it's like to be American. I'm an American, but I also know what it's like to grow up in a, dual cultured household. Yeah, I'm a cultured kid. So I know what it's like. And there are lots of people that can resonate with that. And I feel like perhaps that is the mission that God has given to me so far. Like I really care about people who used to go to church, but don't go anymore for church hurt reasons or whatever. But they still consider themselves to be spiritual because, I know a lot of my friends are like that. A lot of people I know are like that, who genuinely want to seek after Jesus, but the institution of church sometimes just makes it really hard. The commercialization, the huge churches, the, low art value of church. There's so many things that just makes it hard for it to feel like an organic movement to be part of. It's just like this corporation that I don't want to be part of.
Wow, that's really good insight. Yeah.
Here's another question I have. When you just talking about your culture and like, was your parents okay with you being a musician? Because sometimes when two different cultures is like, if your parents like, hey, I don't want that for you, but if you enjoy it, okay, or were they 100% like, we back you?
I mean, for the general definition of like okay, I mean, they weren't okay with it because they're like, you had a graphic design degree from college. You should maybe real estate. I hear real estate's good money. They'll be like, you have a nice voice. You should be like a podcaster. They would always kind of sneak that in. But I think ultimately, like, because I'm the oldest son in our family, I think they knew I would choose something and I would hustle and work hard. Yeah. Because I just have a good head on my shoulders from what they say. I'm not claiming that for myself sometimes. But and another thing that people may not realize about immigrants is the culture they know of their motherland. When they move to another country, what they knew of that motherland's culture just gets frozen in time. Yeah. And gets placed here. It doesn't grow. It doesn't progress because you take a counterpart, someone who still lives in Korea, for example, and you take their peer who's like my mom. And if you kind of study their lives, their views, their perspectives, like you see there's a lot of more progress perhaps of the native compared to the immigrant because, you're just picking up from your native land and you're in a new place and you got to figure it all out. Yeah. So therefore, like people like my parents, immigrants, they may not even know how to thrive. They just know how to survive, but they don't know how to live, because we're natives. I'm the actual native here. I know what it's like to live and make a living for myself here. Their vision was really brave and allowed me to have the foundation to launch forth, but they didn't have the full scope of what it could be.
That's interesting because I mean, we have even though our paths are totally different, we have similar backgrounds as far as immigrant parents moving here, and so like that's crazy how close that is to what my experience is. So that's really interesting. One more thing I wanted to highlight though is obviously excellence is a big part of your world, right? It's part of your name. Mm-hmm. So where did that come from? Like, where did that drive for excellence come from? Who did you learn from? Who are you inspired by? How do you know when something is good? Like, just give the whole idea of what is excellence to you.
Oh, wow. That's a really great question. I guess I can start from what I grew up listening to. Just my own taste was shaped by disco music, like Korean ballads, Korean trot music. I was inspired by jazz because my dad played all this stuff. So I think I already had kind of like minors and diminished chords just like stuck in my mind from the jump, and anything rhythmic. So that's just kind of the base where I came from. And then I started listening to hip hop music. Like I first got introduced to, I'm going to show my age, 50 Cent. Like,
okay.
But it was a Get Rich Die Trying.
That makes you young, not old though.
Yeah.
I was in college when 50 Cent was
You're right. Yeah. I mean, some people might be like, I thought 50 Cent was an actor or, entrepreneur only.
Yeah. That's true. A producer.
but yeah, I think I don't know. And then from there I got introduced to Eminem, and then I took a deep dive into like Tribe Called Quest.
So you went back.
The Roots. Yeah, not back. I don't see it as backwards. You know, like the Roots. There was so much musicality that was rich in that type of hip hop, and I just loved it. Maybe it's my background, what I grew listening up to. Maybe I just happened to get lucky and found some really great tunes when I was younger, but that kind of helped shape the way I view music. And for me, like a big hero of mine is like Stevie Wonder or like Kanye West. You know, when I listen to their music, I think they take really like really complex ideas, really high shelf language and ideas, and they try to make it very palatable to the regular person. There's a lot of musical concepts in Stevie's music that I don't even understand, but he does it in a way where anybody can sing along to it. Yeah. Anybody can understand that it's a great tune. Yeah. I don't know how y'all feel about Kanye's music, but I'm a fan. And I think he's done a lot of great stuff from the past to now, where I just love that these artists, even though they get big, they still want to explore and grow and do something new. Yeah. And that pursuit, I think, that insatiable desire that can't be met with just one project, but you have to keep creating because you love the work of your hands. You love making something new in this world. Something about that, which was informed by me knowing who Jesus was and also the music I listened to. I think that's what kind of like drives me.
Yeah. But your connection is there with when you said jazz and you go off talking about Tribe, Q-Tip was making heavy jazz influenced hip hop beats. So that connection right there for you was like boom. And when we say go back is because we heard Tribe. I heard Tribe in the early 90s. That's the first time I heard Tribe. So that's when we said going back.
Yeah, from 50 Cent back to Tribe.
From 50 Cent to Tribe. Tribe is for us is like, for our age group is like elementary, I ain't gonna say middle school, elementary school. Like I remember hearing Bonita Applebum for the first time as a kid, or even hearing You Got the Jazz as a kid. You know what I mean? Or Electric Relaxation.
So cool.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? You chose Kanye and Stevie, and those are really good choices for me too, because I consider them musical geniuses, right? Mm-hmm. And as far as excellence is concerned, being able to know from the ground up how to build a hit. Like Stevie is to me the greatest living artist we have right now. Just listening to the music, it's like that's the best we have left right now. You know what I mean? And Kanye is, however people feel about him, he's on that same level of being able to just imagine a song from the ground up and make that joint hot. Like, so I like those two choices.
Have y'all heard his interview? Did you watch the interview with Joe Rogan? Kanye?
No, I didn't sit down and watch that.
That there's a lot to take away from it, but the one thing that I took away was like, I love that Kanye is dreaming. The way he is like vision casting, or the way he is seeing for the future, we don't do enough of that. And he has some money and people, like he wants to do so much for the good of mankind and for the church and for God's kingdom. You know, like it's so inspiring when I hear like he wants to build these kind of schools, you know, and not trying to make money off of it, but just to benefit the students, the next generation. And I'm like, bro, there aren't enough of that. There isn't enough of that. Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So tell people how to find you, how to find your music, and support everything you're doing.
Every social is Uzuhan Music, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm trying. I'm not there yet, but or you can go to uzuhanmusic.com for my merch. This is my new hoodie, my cozy hoodie. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, that's dope.
It looks dope.
Thanks. Yeah. Designed it myself.
Awesome, man. So designer, producer, artist, the whole thing, man. We're proud of you, bro. We big fans of yours. We love it whenever you pop up on music videos or whatever, man. So keep doing your thing.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Visionary.
Back into it. You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremaya. Let's go.
In this marathon, I'm on pace. Running laps around you all day. Get down my way, I'm on pace. Catch me if you can't on haste. In this marathon, I'm on pace. Running laps around you all day. Get down my way, I'm on pace. Catch me if you can't on haste.
Hey yo, I don't do sprints anymore, I do the long runs. Marathon with a distance, always dipping, I'm on one. You kinda sour, but I knew though, like Tom Yum. We'll never tie, but it as long as I
feel
want.
like Rocket Man, I'm out of oxygen. I know that good just ain't enough until I'm champion. I'm out of pocket, fam. You better watch it, fam. Brody Aki boom bopping with the pots and pans.
Ooh. Yeah, my line will never be messy, but still a soccer fan. Raise the level like Aki when he switch up the octave, man. I started stretching and switch my sweats to the jogging pants. Document the stamina, chances are you'll be not the same.
About to have 100 dancers tapping toes. All the doubt we're gonna gut them like a catacomb. We'll keep it funky, keep it jumping, keep it ass track. Got the last laugh already on my last lap. In this marathon, I'm on pace. Running laps around you all day. Get down my way, I'm on pace. Catch me if you can, Tom Hanks. Hey, my foot on the gas, but never gassed out. Blood, sweat, and tears, man, it's looking like a madhouse.
Careful who you shade
when you're living in a glass house.
If you try to run this race,
that you be the man down. I don't know.
I feel the burn, but I still fight the pain.
I just go
jumping hurdles while they slide through my lane,
and I'm gone.
I'm too fast, it's not fair for the game.
I just bump.
I'm the GOAT, I don't care what you're saying. You heard? It's almost dinner time, I just finished.
Finish mine.
When all the lines are finished, be basically by the finish line.
Breathe. Experience the runner's high.
Always on the move. When it rains, then I run inside.
Marathon, I'm on pace.
On pace.
Running laps around you all day. Get down my way. I'm on pace.
On pace.
Catch me if you can, Tom Hanks. In this marathon, I'm on pace. Running laps around you all day. Get down my way. I'm on pace. Catch me if you can, Tom Hanks.
I want this feeling to last. Yeah, live it up like it's my last. I cannot give you no sorries. Living for something beyond me. I put my foot on the gas. Yeah, cause I want this feeling to last. Yeah, live it up like it's my last. This feeling to last. Now you got me feeling alive. All the fears and the vibes in my soul, no, don't go away. I need you to come, take control. Won't you come, take a hold, cause the world is gonna fade away. I need you in my life. No, sometimes I play, but I cannot miss out on my savior. You are my blessing, you by my side, that's some flexing. Oh yeah, we've been through some messes, taught me some lessons. Sometimes I need that correction, worth more than me than possessions. Yo, it's being in the world that can really change you, play you. Got you switching on the one who made you. I wanna live unashamed for the one that surpasses everlasting. I pray the passion never lacking. I want this feeling to last. Yeah, live it up like it's my last. I cannot give you no sorries. Living for something beyond me. I put my foot on the gas. Cause I want this feeling to last. Live it up like it's my last. This was written way before me. I'm just living out his story. You ain't even gotta ask. No, cause I want this feeling to last. Leaving it all in the past. This was written way before me. I'm just living out his story. You ain't even gotta ask. This feeling to last. Yeah, it's better up on this side. Team savior, you never see me switch sides. Dang, I'm back at 09. Posture tripping, had to follow God in my own time. Yeah, I saw the vision, and by the vision, I made a decision. Follow Jesus regardless of a civilian opinion. Devil thought he had a hold on me, but I told him think again, got the Lord's on me. New lanes came up, been soaring. New rain came down, been pouring on me. What an honor, such a crazy feeling. I ain't talking about no, I'm talking about my king, my father. When he hit the scene, everything go farther. Time ticking fast. Only real ones gon' last. Hey. When he come down on the scene, everyone gon' say halle. When he come down, everything what you know you can't take. Oh na na na, come guide my life. With you my last. Yeah, this was written way before me. I'm just living out the story. You ain't even gotta ask. Nah, I want this feeling to last, last, last. Leaving it all in the past, past, past. This was written way before me. I'm just living out a story. You ain't even gotta ask. No, I want this feeling to last.
This is Miracle from Trackstarz. I wanted to make sure you guys know all about the official Trackstarz Universe. So, if you'd like a free Trackstarz t-shirt, yes, as well as free merch, discounts, and exclusive content, and of course, direct access to your favorite radio host, then this is for you. Make sure you go to trackstarz.com/official. That's trackstarz.com/official.
What's up? This is No Big Deal representing Middle Tennessee and Indie Tribe. You are now in the field with the Trackstarz.
It's time for the Entertainment Report with Jeremaya.
Welcome, everybody. It's Entertainment Report time. Let's get it going. First off, man, we want to send our condolences to Tommy Tiny Lister, also known as Debo, has passed away after they recently, I heard, I think this morning about after hearing that he had COVID symptoms, possibly. So rest in peace. There's so many people know him from different movies. Some people know him from the Fifth Element movie. Some people, of course, know him from Friday. Some people know him from, if you're a wrestling fan from back in the day, you know him from No Holds Barred, him as Zeus, and then he kind of played that same kind of role when he came to the WWF. So, and some other movies he's been in as well. So, I mean, people are showing his shout outs and prayers to his family and stuff like that. Yeah, man.
Jeremiah, also another actress passed away earlier this
year. I thought about that too. Who was it?
I can't remember her name right off the top of my head. I was just looking at it, but she played in How to Be a Player, and she also starred on Eve's TV show.
Yeah. I forgot her name. I think she had colon cancer.
Reed.
Yeah, she had. I believe she had colon cancer as well. Yeah. So, yeah, man, that's crazy. All right, man. Let's get into it. The Invasion Tour Spectacular is one of the largest running Christian rap tours of this genre. In 2021, it will continue to be the only independent tour, which started on the West Coast, to last for over 13 years. Highlighting this year's tour lineup is 1K Few, I Got 1K, Stephen Malcolm, Miles Minnick, and then also featured on the tour is Bria Smiles, 1K Pisan, and R. Collins. It will be hosted by Envision Live CEO and founder Halo Hazel. Tickets for the tour go on sale December 26, 2020. For contact, if you want to go or anything, Invasion Live at yahoo.com. I'm about to say you. Invasion Live at yahoo.com. All right. Kev on Stage has a new app. Comedian Kev on Stage has a new app, Kev on Stage Studios. You can get for $5.99 a month, or for a whole year, $49.99, or you can just do the free trial. He has different shows on there with him and other new and up and coming comedians. He recently got a sound stage. He said we now have our own sound stage, from podcasts to movies. We're making it all. Kev on Stage is one of the most funniest persons to follow, but also he's very business minded, man, and he's also very trying to get stuff out. He's very just focused on the creative. Like he did that. He had a digital online stuff for creatives conference, and then he also is a believer. So man, shout out to him. That's wonderful, man, and it looks great too. If you haven't seen it, you can go check it out. It's Kev on Stage Studios. All right. Here's another thing. Kanye and Chance are being sued. Man, Kanye, the choir that performed with Kanye West at the Hollywood Bowl in November 2019, is suing him for unpaid wages. That's the choir. Then they have some contract workers with the Sunday service complaining about not receiving overtime pay following the event, which reportedly took weeks to organize. So that's crazy, man. Kanye's going through that right now. Chance the Rapper is being sued by his former manager. His former manager's name is Pat Coran. Is suing the rapper for a breach of contract in a lawsuit. His former manager and his lawyers allege that Chance has violated an oral agreement wherein he agreed to pay his former manager 15% of his net profits, and he also claimed that his former manager is owed over $2.5 million of unreimbursed expenses supporting and promoting Bennett's career, which is Chance's last name Bennett, but Chance's career. So those are the two lawsuits.
What kind of manager just has $2.5 million and drop down on an artist like that?
I know, man. That's crazy. I'm guessing over the time, sometimes when you do stuff for some people and like you doing it and you may using your resources. And I think this also has been going on for a long time. He's been managing for a while. So maybe
have you seen the blueprint on Pat Coran? Or how do you say his last name? Or Coran? He was in this thing, this blueprint thing of talking about how they used to book shows, and like he was there from the very, very beginning.
Yeah. So maybe he had a long list of stuff that he just kept to the side, like, okay, I'm supposed to get paid for this, but I didn't. And he kept the receipts and was like, boom, here you go. So yeah, that's crazy. All right. Sponsors for the comment section is Light, Gonna Last, MKJ, Hip Hop Culture / Culture. All right, here we go. Flame, God With Us, Zay Hill, I Need You, Ryan Lamar, Red Gorilla Christmas, Angie Rose, Not a Monster, Thomas Anucci, Rage. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna try it. Here we go. Uzi.
Come on, bro. You can do it.
Uzuhan, Don't Forget About Us, Mitch Durrell, Chop It Up 2, Chopay, Ricky, KJ52, Florida Christmas, and J Crumb, Lucy Freestyle. What's up, Ryan? What you got?
Oh man, just shout out to everybody who came out and supported the Forex Trackstarz Investment Group event that we went out to. We had some members from the team come out. It's going well, guys. I'm actually going to start doing some interests on Sunday evenings. I think Sundays might work better than during the week. And also we have an opportunity for you to win some money coming up. The leaders of Trackstarz Investment Group have all agreed to put up $50 of their own money for you to come and do a trivia on the cryptocurrency and the foreign exchange market. And the person who answers the most questions is going to get a $50 Visa gift card just sent to them, just easy like that. And so we're going to have a first place, a second place, and a third place. So it's going to be amazing, man. So make sure you guys look out for the flyer that's going to drop on social media. Make sure you look out for the announcement. We'll probably talk about it more in depth next week. All right.
Yeah, man. And somebody asked in the comments, says, how do we get plugged in with Forex?
I got you. You can email me, ryan@trackstarz.com. Also, we have people in the chat that may also be able to take down your email and get it to me as well.
Dope. All right, y'all. Let's get back into it. You in the field with the Trackstarz. Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremaya. Let's go.
Yo, you in the field with the Trackstarz. Here's a segment from our interview with the comedian Kev on Stage and his wife, Mrs. Kev on Stage. To see the interview in its entirety, go to youtube.com/Trackstarz or go to trackstarz.com. Let's go.
So, okay, help me out. You guys are building a brand. I see the work you guys put in. You're always online. You're always putting out content. we have a lot of people that follow our show that are trying to do the same thing, but they don't necessarily know how to brand themselves and get content out regularly, and they don't know their angle. Like, how are you guys building this empire, this on stage empire?
That was a good question.
I mean, I think the key for us is, and for anybody, is to be aggressively genuine.
Genuine.
Yeah, when you are who you
preach.
are, it's your point of view on the world, what you think about the world, how you experience the world, how you see it, and it's just regurgitating that. And I think, when you are who you are, it's easier to come up with things to create because you're not creating for a character,
Right.
Like in TV, they're like, okay, this character is, Walter White, and this is what this character would do, and you're thinking about it like that. But when it's you, like, I'd be saying crazy stuff. Before I had a podcast, before I did stand-up comedy, I was known for being like, man, that dude Kev be crazy, man. He said crazy stuff, but he's funny. So when I do it on the podcast, it's not me putting on a show or a personality. It's an extension of who I am, So, and of course, I'll heighten it up for laughs, but that really is who I am.
Yeah, got it. Is Instagram like your bread and butter? Is it Twitter? Like, where's your most natural venue?
Listen together. Yeah, honestly, Periscope probably is my most natural because laugh, joke, whatever. A lot of times, for a couple of years there, I was making long videos on Periscope, and then I would redo them shorter for Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So I feel like my natural inclination is to talk for a long time.
Gives you more freedom.
That's the churchy in him though too. Long-winded preaches and stuff.
Yeah.
So Instagram, what's it called? Live or whatever it is, the new thing where you can actually put full videos.
Oh, Kev loves that.
Yeah, IG Live is good too. I kind of developed a great audience on Periscope, and I feel like I don't have to spend a whole bunch of time blocking people, being crazy or whatever. On Periscope, it's like a community that it's like my friends. So, that's probably the most natural I am. But I use all the websites because you just never know. You can't control any of them. So I try to be as versatile as I can on all the main ones.
Yo, you're in the field with the Trackstarz. Now here's a segment from our interview with rappers Kanata Small and Butter P. To see the interview in its entirety, go to youtube.com/Trackstarz or go to Trackstarz.com. Let's go.
So when you talk from that scope and you're talking about the attributes of Jesus, right? And you're talking about money and power or fight back or ain't gonna stop me, all these songs that I've done, and those are the messages that are behind it. But it's a universal theme,
right?
To stand up, to push forward, to go against the grain. Ruckus, the obviously the most successful one from the fan standpoint. Same thing. I got interviewed on Genius, and they asked me about the lyrics. I had to break it down and go into exactly what each line said, and the guy already knew because I guess he did really good research. That was. So when he came, he already knew that some of the lines had hidden, meanings. And it's not that it's hidden. It's just, it sounds like one thing, but it's something else. So, it's been dope. It's been dope. I cannot complain. And it's funny because people are in the world, because people have, music where they're degrading women or talking about drugs or highlighting, the different things in society. It's refreshing to them to be able to get the same feeling, if you're trying to push some sort of angst or some sort of fight back without going there.
Yeah.
And it's easier because there's no expletives in my songs. There's nothing I'm saying that's gonna make anybody cringe, and they can listen to it with their kids in the car. So it's dope.
You are listening to the Trackstarz with Sean Tanner, Ryan Righteous, and DJ Jeremaya.
Right now you're in the field with the Trackstarz.
Trackstarz.
Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremaya.
Right now you're listening to the Trackstarz.
You know what time it is.
Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy Name Gate, you Trackstarz music artist, and you are in the field with the family Trackstarz Radio.
Trackstarz Radio.
We got it in the field. Trackstarz. Get it, got it, good.
Ain't no podcast beef. We got respect for y'all.
Yeah.
But respect the grind, baby. Respect the grind. I gotta go get the flex bombs today. Respect the grind.
What's good, people? It's your boy DJ Haddon. I want to give a shout out to Trackstarz Live. Keep it locked, y'all. It's going down right here, right now. You heard it from your boy D Haddon.
Yeah, back in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremaya was good.
All right, for all things Trackstarz, make sure you go to trackstarswithaz.com. Follow us on Instagram, like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, download the app, and subscribe to the podcast. All right? Appreciate you.
All right. We got another special guest today in the building with us. Aklesso, how you doing, sir?
What up, what up, what up? Feeling good. Feeling blessed.
Good to have you, bro. You're killing it right now, man. Bro.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man. So talk to us, man. Like, tell us about all the success you've been having, man. Like, you've been on a run.
Yeah, it's been wild, but you know, it's a lot of you know what I'm saying, a lot of work that I was putting in the back end, like finally starting to catch up. Yeah, so just dropped an album, executive produced by my big brother Gavi, my brothers Gleese and Enzo Grand, Kilowatts. They all helped on that, and it's just a culmination of a lot of struggles coming together to finally put out the whole album. So it's been awesome. It's been awesome.
So you got a great team behind you, bro. Like, you got to tell us how you got connected to the level of quality people you have in your life right now.
Yeah. So
good city.
So when I first started doing music, I really didn't know how to navigate through it, because I knew I wanted to rap about, you know what I'm saying, like my faith, but you know, at the time when I started, like I only knew like Lecrae, Andy, and then I knew like other artists, but like they would rap a lot of like scripture, and I couldn't do that. Like I couldn't do that, and that like discouraged me a whole bunch. I'm like, man, I can't rap scripture like that. And then my homies are just like, bro, just be yourself, be authentic. Okay, so then when I started going at it, like working, I was like, okay, I want to do shows. I need to get exposure. Like, what can I do? So I just like hit up like different youth pastors and be like, yo, let me open up for you. You don't got to pay me. So I would do that. And then I would do out the show and tell them, if you got any friends that are youth pastors, tell them, and they don't got to pay me. So we would do like an open mic, like every week we would do like 2 shows. So we was doing that for a year, consistent straight. And it was me, my boy Romar Jesse, and a group of us. We would just keep doing shows nonstop. So then we met a promoter out in Virginia, and then he was like, yo, if you MC the parties I throw, I'll look out for you down the road. And I was like, okay, bet. So we was doing that. We would host his like paint parties, his whatever stuff he'd have going on, we would do it. And he was a Christian promoter that worked in like I guess you could say like the secular realm. So he's like, I want to put together like a really dope Christian, bring a big Christian artist and a secular artist together and do something. So then it was like December like 8th, 2016. He brings in B.O.B. and he brings in Gavi.
Oh, wow.
So then it was right before Gavi just got signed as an artist. So then he was like, man, you've been doing so well for me. Like, his name was Jonathan Sly. He was like, how about you open up? You and your homies open up. So we opened up for Gavi, and we just went ballistic. You know what I'm saying? We was going up, and Gavi, like, you know, most artists, they don't watch openers, like, realistically.
That's facts.
But like the crowd was going so wild that he came out to like, yo, what is going on? And then he seen us, And then like as I was coming off stage, I just saw him like clapping, and I was just like, oh shoot. And then he was kind of just like, bro, like you guys are awesome. Like, where you from? I was like, oh, I'm from Miami. And he's like, oh, word, I'm from there too. So then we just linked and connected. And then from there, it was a longer story from there, but ended up moving out to Cali to try and get this music thing going. It didn't work. It wasn't working out there. But then Gabi was doing the Air One radio tour with all those big artists in the stadiums. And I was like, yo, I'm in LA. Like, let's link. We linked. And then we reconnected there. And he told me how much of a fan he was of my music. And he told me he wanted to work on his next album, Panorama. It was called an album before then, but it ended up working out. So we did Panorama. We did Heathen. He introduced me to Butter P. And then me and Butter formed a relationship. And then it kind of went from there. I partnered with Good City, and we here.
Yeah. That's man. There must be some good water down there in South Florida, bro.
Man,
sure I got talent
water
down there,
crazy. Man. Thank you. Thank you.
It's pouring out y'all, bro.
Man, Aklesso, I got to tell you, bro. A lot of people don't know this, but I program a terrestrial radio station during the week, and I don't tell people that often because I don't want to get an influx of submissions that I can't handle.
Ryan, go ahead.
Yeah.
Righteous.com. Go get them music submissions, bro.
You crazy. But what's crazy, man, is that I started getting hit up week after week with like, you gotta play Aklesso, get him. You gotta play Aklesso Baker Act. You gotta play Cast Control. Like, I was just getting it, and then I started listening, and I was like, oh snap, this is crazy. So yeah, man, you've been doing your thing, bro. It's been amazing, man. I'm happy to finally get a chance to talk to you and figure out like where the whole mastermind of this project and everything came from. It's exciting, man.
Thank you. That's kind of cool. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Gotta ask you, bro, how old are you, man?
I'm 26.
Oh wow.
I'm 26, but a lot of people think that I'm like 19.
Look 19, bro.
You do. You look young. Stay away from the bad stuff in the industry. You continue to look like this. Your age.
Thank you.
Hey, send me your diet so I can get that youth back, bro. Send me your diet.
So
a lot of legume for my Haitians out there. A lot of legume, a lot of sauce, all that good stuff.
They don't know about that, bro. Hey, talk about.
Tell us about it.
I don't know what
I'm
you're talking
gonna ask
about.
Siri how to pronounce it later.
Tell us about it. What is that, man? Tell us. Come on, tell us.
Okay, so Sospa is pretty much like black beans, but it's like how they do it is like they blend vegetables into the black beans, and then it's like my mom used to make me drink it before I went to school. But you can put on top of your rice. And legume, it's like essentially like different vegetables stewed together till it like kind of like, I don't know how you call it, but I don't know how Americans would call it, but it's like vegetables that are stewed together and then it's reduced. Mm-hmm. So it's like a vegetable, it has like beef in it, super healthy, super good.
That's good, man. I'm on a chicken fingers and fries diet, so I guess I won't be trying that.
He's on a wings, candy, chicken fingers, soda, hamburger diet for his whole life.
He even know that's bad.
Y'all think I'm lying? Since I've known him, he has 2 cabinets stacked with candy, just candy.
Yeah.
And the worst thing my kids will say about me is, "Daddy takes my candy." That's like the worst thing they could ever say about me.
He taps him on his shoulder and like, look, what's over there, and take the candy. All right, man. But here's a question I got for you, bro. Like, your sound is like your sound, bro. Like it's current, but it's your sound, and you enjoy doing it, and you enjoy like performing your music and everything like that. So what is something that, like, your journey, what you just told us is something like amazing. Like you started off just grinding, like you really was grinding and doing stuff for free. Would you tell younger artists to do that? Because that's something big, like to just say, hey, I'll do this and don't worry about paying me. I'll do this. You know what I'm saying? Would you tell artists starting off just like yourself right now to do the exact same thing?
Man, I can't tell a younger artist do stuff. I think I was just knowing how much money I lost out. I can't tell a younger artist to do it. I was just too hungry, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm still too hungry. Like I don't think a normal person would do 50 shows for free, knowing you can make X amount of money, you know, doing it. Like I would never tell a young artist to do that, because like people take advantage, you know. Like a lot of even in the Christian music space, you know, people take advantage. A church will have a certain amount of budget, but they won't pay you because you're doing it for the Lord, but they'll pay thousands of dollars for non-essential things, but they won't help your business. So I can never tell a younger artist, like, don't go get your bread, because that's terrible. But I was just crazy enough that I didn't care, man. I was trying to get it. I had a plan. I had a goal, man. I was like, man, I knew if I kept doing it, if I kept just hustling, and I knew I had potential and talent. I wasn't dope yet, but I knew I had the talent. And for me, it was like doing the free shows. Me and my homies, we seen it as like practice. Like, all right, we're gonna try this today. Like, and if it's terrible, then okay, we know not to do it for the next show. It was like, and then sometimes we would even freestyle while we're performing. So it was like, it was practice to us. Like,
Gotcha.
I don't know. I haven't met somebody other than Wolf out here in Miami that like
about to say that.
That thinks like that. There's no, I don't know, younger people like that are as hungry as I am or Wolf is. You know what I'm saying? That aren't in the same level as me. There's people further along that are just as hungry, like Raul Paris, you know, the homies Ty, but younger than me, I don't see it. So I wouldn't tell someone that don't have the same hunger as me to do stuff for free.
Here's something I know. Here's something I know for a fact about South Florida, about Miami. A lot of artists come to South Florida and steal y'all music. They steal y'all swag. They steal the sound. And you start hearing it in up north dudes' music. And you find out somebody else wrote that. Somebody else came up with that. What's the music scene like in Miami right now? Is that still happening?
Yeah, I think it's booming, bro. Even outside of, well, I'll say this first. I'm someone that believes art is art, right? So it's like, I don't believe there's like a secular sacred divide. I think art is art. I think God is the greatest creative ever, right? He created us, and through that, we need to be creative as well. Obviously, you got to categorize things for the sake of discoverability and industry and business, but I feel like as far as art goes, I believe that South Florida is gonna be the next like Atlanta. Like, you know how Atlanta, everybody came together in the blue industry. I feel like that's what's gonna happen in South Florida. The only tough thing is people start getting a buzz here, and then they move to Atlanta, and then they move to LA. Yeah.
That's right.
But I feel like if we stay together and, like, you know what I'm saying, really cultivate the art, really cultivate the space, like, there's so many talented artists out here, not just rappers and singers, but like photographers, like videographers. It's wild.
That's real. So talk about this album specifically. Let's talk about the concept, what all went into it.
Yeah, so My Life is a Beautiful Mess. The name of the album was called something else. I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna use it on the next one, but it was gonna be an album that was more like, man, I'm just gonna hit people with bangers. Like, I'm just like bangers and just crazy like music. And that was kind of like my mindset. But then as quarantine hit, so after I dropped Wody in the end of February, literally the next day I was in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Oh man.
Because I had this illness. It's super rare. It's called rhabdomyolysis. So it's where your CPK, it's called CPK. It's like your protein in your body. It starts breaking down, right? And you know, when you do a workout, your body breaks down and then it like recovers. Well, my body couldn't recover.
Oh wow.
And like, if your normal levels are from like 0 to 300, like everybody's levels is like that. If your levels is at 3,000, you gotta go to the hospital.
Wow.
Mine was at 160,000.
Oh snap.
So it was out of this world. So it's like they were scared like my kidneys were gonna shut down, and like issues with my liver, and I was just in the hospital for 2 weeks. So it was like, wow. So that happened. So I was just like going through it. I'm like, wow, like this was supposed to be my time to turn up. Like I finally dropped the single Wody that was like kind of anticipated, and I'm in the hospital. So then that happened, and then literally I get out, and then boom, COVID hits, quarantine. So I'm stuck in quarantine, and then it's like super depressive. And then George Floyd passes away. Yeah. He doesn't pass away. He's murdered. He's murdered. Let's get that clear. So all this stuff starts happening, and I'm just like, man, I can't put out an album where it's just bangers. I need to talk to people. I need to express myself. So I started creating more. Heaven only knows the outro came out of the death of George Floyd. Like there was a song Wilderness that I was just gonna use it for another thing. I was like, no, we need Enzo. We need to work on this one. So that came about. Me and Gabi came up with Worst Year. Me and Gleason, Gabi, and Sam Rivera, we came up with Popular, talking about, it's not about, the fame. It's about doing something that matters. And we just started working, like, but it's like I never would have gotten that if it wasn't for the mess that I was in this year. And that's what I wanted people to understand. Like, no matter the mess you're in, like God can strike a straight blow with a bent stick. You know what I'm saying? It's like, regardless the mess that you're in, God can use that. And I just wanted people to understand, like, your scars are beautiful. Like, the things you're going through is beautiful. It may suck in the moment, but like, it's beautiful. And that's what life is. There's highs and lows, but life is a beautiful mess if you allow God to use it. And that's what I wanted to portray with the album. I wanted people to know, like, yo, this album, it could be a friend. Like, I wanted people to feel like this album was a friend. And I feel like that's something I accomplished. We're still giving them heat, still giving them bangers too, but
yeah, man.
Yeah.
So you just got a request from DJ Tony Tone. He needs the project, bro. He's ready to play it.
Oh, it's everywhere.
You tell him, send it to him, bro. It don't matter.
Send it to him.
When you talking about
Send it to
DJs
him.
at that level, bro.
Yeah. He has a show on Hot 97 in New York City, so you need to send him to them.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah.
I'm
immediately.
sleep.
After
I'm
this.
Yeah.
How do I get it?
about that?
Don't worry about
Okay,
that.
yeah.
We'll set you up. But send it to ASAP Rocky.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm still like, I'm not hip to all the DJ stuff,
We
like,
got you. We got you.
Yeah.
man.
all that stuff. I'm not hip to a lot of stuff. Like,
Don't worry about it.
I'm super green.
Yeah. But you know what? But you could be super green, but you still have an innocence about you that's still like, I'm passionate about what I do, and also I just want to make sure that what I'm doing matters, like you just said. Like, that's the two things.
Yeah.
And then I think that's your generation, honestly, is like I'm super turned up. We could turn up, but right now we need to talk about stuff that matter. We need to change things. And I think that's where, like, your generation is that something that you like are intentional about with your music? Like, I have to change certain things, especially in the Christian music industry. I have to change certain things, and then also in the world, we have to change certain things.
Yeah, I think like so I started music because my dad walked out on me when I was 12. Like, that's why I started. So I would write poetry. I would write. So it was like my catharsis, therapeutic for me. So it's like, man, I see so many people in Miami, like young kids that are fatherless. You know what I'm saying? Like, going through it. Like, I know so many people that are stressing, dealing with depression, anxiety, that's going through it. That is like, I gotta do something that matters. Like, Phife Dawg, he talks about how, like, the kids that listen, I might as well make something that can help them. So it's like,
yeah,
I want to make music that helps them, but also is innovative. Like, you look like back in the day, like, the church were the people who was innovating art, and I feel like, I don't know, past century, like, we've kind of been on the back end of that. But I feel like this new wave of artists out here, like, I feel like we're coming back to being the innovators, of art. And that's what I want to be like with my music. Not only just give you hope, for tomorrow, but I want to innovate as well. So that's where I'm coming from. And then you talked about how I just, like, you can see the passion in the music. Like, once there's no passion in this music, I'm done. Like, I'm not gonna try and squeeze out some more albums when I'm way past my prime just for some extra guap. It's time to move on and let people who I hoped I inspired to keep pushing, to keep innovating as well.
So were you born in Miami?
Born in Miami, yeah.
So are you first generation?
Technically, I'm second because my parents moved here and became citizens like later.
Mhm.
But I'm technically second generation.
Okay, well, because there's the thing about South Florida, I'm first generation as well, meaning technically first person born in America in my family, right?
Yeah.
So we share that, and a lot of people in South Florida share that. So that comes with a certain perspective and a certain grind.
Yeah.
How much of your family's culture do you put in your music, intentionally or just because that's who you are?
Everything. It's everything. Like I so I wasn't allowed to listen to rap growing up.
Same.
So my parents would only let me listen to compa music, which if you understand Creole, they're talking about some sexual stuff. So I don't know why they wouldn't let me listen.
Same as reggae.
I don't get it. But yeah, I would listen to compa music. I listen to a lot of Congolese zouk music. So I grew up on that and Yondo Sister. And then like in Miami, we have this music called juke and stick music.
Mm-hmm.
So like at the parties, we be playing juke and stick music. So it's a lot of dancing and stuff. So that kind of all like cultivated. And then once my dad left, I started listening to Kanye. I remember one of the first Kanye, other than his big hits, one I intentionally listened to is like Champion. Do you realize that you are a champion?
That's my favorite song from Kanye.
Bro, that was like my anthem because I didn't feel like a champion. Like I felt like a loser. Like I don't got no dad, boo-hoo. You know what I'm saying? Like, but so I started listening to him. So that kind of like cultivated my sound. So it's like I'm very intentional with bringing like the Haitian roots, the Togolese roots. Like, you know, even though my dad's not around, I still have pride in being Togolese. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like from West Africa, I still have that pride of that. So it influences it heavy.
Wow, that's dope, man. So I don't think people realize that what that puts in you, that grind, that your parents had to have it come into another country. You know what I mean? Like, so that gets imparted in you, and that's why you see so many people successful that are from first generation, even if they're not from the Caribbean. You know, people, Nigerians are killing music industry, right? Because it's like you just built in with that determination right from the jump.
That hustle, yeah.
That's what's up. So, all right, man. So tell them, how can they find this album? How can they support you? And just give them one more thing. If they haven't heard, just give them a sense of like what is your sound, so they could just get prepared when they go to Spotify after this interview. And they go click on Aklesso. What can they expect?
Yeah, so I'm super genre bending, not for like the sake of being genre bending, because I really see myself as an artist. Like I see a canvas, and whatever I'm feeling, that's what I paint. You know what I'm saying? And it comes from a very authentic place, and I think that's something you're gonna hear when you listen to the music, not just like fire music, but something that's authentic, like something that makes you feel like a friend, like someone that, you know what I'm saying, understands and that's in touch, not just with the culture, but with, you know what I'm saying, like with what he's going through. So that's what you can expect when you listen to my music. It's a mood for anything you're going through, and you can find it at Aklesso, Aklesso, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, anywhere you can stream music. And I'm on social media at Aklesso without the E, because some random guy with 10 followers doesn't want to give it up. But
DM him. Tell him, hey man, get that up.
I've been DMing him since 2016, man. He does not use Instagram.
Wow.
Hey man, real quick, I want you to sometimes people's testimonies help other people, man. Mm-hmm. And you talked about your father not being there. What do you say to an artist or just somebody listening right now that has the same situation with their dad? What do you tell them right now?
One thing I've been thinking about later is like recently actually, it's like someone's mistake doesn't define who you are. I think a lot of times I thought like, was it me? Like all the good stuff he said, did he mean it? All these different things, like we start putting that on ourselves. But if anybody's going through this, I just want you to know it's like you're not defined by your environment. You're not defined by what people say you are, whether good or bad. You're defined by God, and what God says is that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. You was made with a purpose, and it just really dig deep into that. Like no obstacle can hold you down. Nothing can hold you down, man. Or woman, you know what I'm saying? Like keep going. Don't give up. That's what I would say.
That's so good, man.
Yeah, last thing for you, Aklesso. Aklesso is your first name, right?
Yeah, that's my real name.
Yo, your mom gave you a dope artist name, bro. That's a dope name.
My dad actually gave it to me.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's a dope name for an artist.
Yeah, it means who is greater than God? It's like a question.
Bars.
Ah, I like that. That's hot.
Very good, man. Yo, thanks for joining us, man.
Yes.
We're rooting for you, bro.
Yes,
Come
man.
back anytime, man, and hang out with us. Hopefully, you know, when all this stuff ends and we get back to the studio, you come hang out with us, man.
Oh, for sure.
Awesome, man.
For sure.
All right, let's get back into it. You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremaya. Let's go.
You want ice here? You want an ice machine? You want freeze burn?
Big top body, me and my woody. Coming through busting that door, cause like these dudes be corny. Yeah, big top body, me and my woody. What's the top five without me, John, and all of my brodies? Yeah, big top 40, yeah, ball like Kobe. Yeah, fade away, step back deep, but you can't fade me, little brother. Yeah, big top 40, y'all can't hold me. Yeah, okay, I reloaded. I'm Tony. They sliding left, so now we sliding right. My force is black, I couldn't do the wide. Really let go, we take off on them. Cause whoever, baby, I'll settle that noise. Bustin', they shooting at boys. We running like boat, give a hope to our folks like you. Whoa, I had to find my truth, drop the booze. I had to pay my dues and make some moves. Yeah, big top 40, yeah, me and my woodies. Yeah, coming through bustin' out doors, cause like these we be corny. Big top 40, me and my woodies. Coming through bustin' out doors, cause like these dudes be corny. Yeah, big top 40, me and my woodies. What's the top five without me, John, and all of my brodies? Big top 40, me and my woodies. Coming through bustin' out doors, cause like these dudes be corny. Yeah, big top 40, me and my woodies. What's the top five without me, John, and all of my brodies? Bust down on the bag. Holy cow, here comes my dad. Had a bust down on the bag. Saw me blowing up, he wants cash.
Hey, yo, man, I'm not your daddy, man. Man, I'm not your daddy, man. I'm not even here, son. Shut your mouth. Hey, I'm not your daddy, man. I'm not your daddy.
I came to life for my foolish, we coolin', but don't mean we won't go to war. I prayed to God for a check, but he told me, young man, you was worth so much more. I had to eat, I was sleeping on floors. I had a dream, I was seeking for more. Mama told me if your vision ain't broke, don't give up your soul for the devil's rewards. Money, dollar, bills, 1 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, dollar. Homie, don't forget to live. Life is more than just some commas. My body's got me, we living for more. Need no advance, so advance more on goals. Pull out this stick, got a drink of my souls. God put me on time to put on my home. Big top body, me and my woodies. Coming through bustin' out doors, cause like these dudes be corny. Yeah, big top body, me and my woodies. What's the top five without me, John, and all of my brodies? Bust down on the bag. Holy cow, here comes my dad. Had a bust down on the bag. Saw me blowing up, he wants cash. Big top body, me and my woodies. Big top body, me and my woodies.
Bro, did we really just trade a box of donuts for a cop car, bro?
Bro, the crazy thing was, how did this man know? Yo, out of the
Yo, I thought it was better tell you what we just got into, bro.
Nah, bro, I gotta tell you about some crazy accident that was happening on 95, bro. There was cops and helicopters everywhere, bro. News reporter was talking about some Florida man trying to impersonate a cop. Always these Florida man people, man. All the time. I don't know, man. These Florida men are crazy out here. What we got here, though? What are you trying to tell me, though? What? News reporters over there, man. They're talking about some Florida man. My bad, I was late, bro. My bad, man. There was a crazy accident on 95, bro. You won't believe what happened.
Can't believe I believe
What? This man said, come on.
Learn something, teach something, make a stack, take that, flip that, give it back. Learn something, teach something, make a stack, take that, flip that, give it back. You don't work, don't eat, don't sleep till you get it. When you feel it, let it breathe. Preach. Yeah, I like to take my time with it, vibe with it. I be sitting on these bars sipping fine linen, ink spilling when I drop rhythm. Time ticking, gripping pistols, my metallic pencil. Lines given, iron when it hit the cerebellum. Plot thickens, in the serum dripping, sick condition. Who you telling? Better not be COVID. 7 knots we open. Buried bondage, 6 feet, reach deep, see? Finna learn you something. That's that burn you bumping. Flames, finna catch you up in. I'm fluid, torch the light. Ain't no match for youngins. AI only yay high. But flow by with the cross. Carry team like I'm AI. No verse, son. Mommy bars in a booth. Get your work done. Better not be tripping. You got juice? That's cool. I own the kitchen. So when you done with your cup, better wash them dishes. Learn something, teach something, make a stack, take that, flip that, give it back. Learn something, teach something, make a stack, take that, flip that, give it back. You don't work, don't eat, don't sleep till you get it. When you feel it, let it breathe. Preach. Do I have your attention? Good. Yeah, I'm used to minding my business. Keep my calm till kingdom come, leash up my feelings. Sleep is fun until Reaper come like a crime dealer. Snatch your purpose like purses packed up with bomb killer. I know a lot on that time ticking, the block fickle. They strap snapped and they crackle backs when they pop pistols. Bodies dropping, the popular stock up high figures. It's catastrophic, no better topic than smash women. Kill a villain, then pop a pillin', and numb the feeling, then get a milli. Like who you kidding, really? My tits and body can get me a Maserati. Really? Drop the panties, unleash the wop, and then watch the Elgie. Hard to knock it if it's empowerment. That's silly. Why not call it what it is? But that's tricky. Kid, just stick with the fact you wanna win. I get it. Everybody got a plan in their back pocket to gain profit. They claim topics enticing the main target. They aim, lock it, then bang cock it. Got them bobbing and tranced out from the screen. They feasting on paid jargon. Preach, make no excuse. Better own what you teach. I pray you see through propaganda. Hope you question is cheap. Meanwhile, I be on this field teaching truth while sipping my tea. I tell my youngins to be cautious. Keep your focus is key. I hope they learn something, teach something. Make a stack, take that, flip that, give it back.
What's going on, family? Hey, look, if you're an artist out there, I know how hard it can be. I'm an artist as well. And whenever you release a song you think is dope, you're like, man, this is going to be the one. You have to go through the process of marketing. That's the hard part. That's when it really, really, really gets serious, right? Because even if you got a dope song and nobody knows about it, it's going to be a flop. So if you know the process, that means you got to go to each website, follow their submission rules, email them, do whatever they need you to do one at a time. These outlets do not like to be spammed. They do not like to be put on DCC lists, email spam lists. But never fear, we have come up with a way to solve this problem. We created something called the Single Maximizer. Single Maximizer allows you to fill in the details for your song one time, and we customize it for each outlet and send it out to all of them for you. Not in a mass email, not as spam, individual emails customized exactly what they asked for in their music submission guidelines. It's an amazing tool. We use it for ourselves in our own music, and we're trying to share it with you guys. So go to trackstarz.com/single maximizer. Take advantage of it right now. It's an amazing tool. Check it out. Let us know your success stories. Tell us what works. Trackstarz.com. Go check it out right now. What's going on, family? This is Sean Tanner from the Trackstarz. Hey, if you're an artist out there, independent artist, you know how hard it is sometimes to get the same looks as the majors do as an independent artist. We've been a part of all the different platforms, TuneCore, CD Baby, DistroKid, United Masters, you name it. We have been involved in all of them. We always felt like there was a rub somewhere. They're great outlets, but we wanted something a little bit more customized for the independent artist. So we created our own distribution platform called Nectar. Nectar is a way for you to get your music out to all of the different DSPs, Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, everybody, for $19.99 per year. We have direct connections to these outlets. These are not piggybacking off of one of those other services. We have direct deals with those outlets. We can get your music to them really quickly. We're full service, so if you have any questions, you need to replace a song or artwork, we could do all that stuff for you. Check it out right now, nectardistro.com. It starts at $19.99 per year for unlimited uploads, unlimited corrections, all of that stuff. Nectardistro.com. Check it out now.
You're in the field with the Trackstarz, running with the Trackstarz, tracking with the Trackstarz, in the Trackstarz Universe. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Stay on track with us.
Y'all know what time it is. Ryan Righteous, DJ Jeremaya, Sean Tanner. Time it is. Y'all know what time it is. It's the field, boys. You in the field, boy. It's the field, boys. You in the field, boy. You tuned in and locked. Trackstarz. We beating on your block. Trackstarz, yeah. I'm repping the most high king like mama, I made it. Trackstarz bringing the real, you love it to hate it. Line for line with the kingdom, the second to fade it.
What's happening? This your man Brinson, God Chasers Entertainment. Buckle your seatbelts for line. Vote Christian though. Yeah.
Yeah, back in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremaya. Jeremaya is sweating. You see it? He is sweating today. What's going on?
This segment is sponsored by Nectar Distribution. Nectar's back, y'all. It's brand new. We got some good things for you. Make sure you go and check out Nectar right now. Go to nectardistro.com. You will not be sorry, all right?
Yo, right, this is it. This is it.
I don't appreciate my liners being interrupted for that, though.
It
definitely deserve that, bro. This is it, man.
All right, man. So it's line for line time. Throwback fun. You know what I'm saying? All right. So 10 years ago, I dropped an album called The Principle, and it's the official 10-year anniversary of that album, right? It was an album that, just to give you a background of it, I kind of met Sean and Ryan during that time. I released, just to give you a background of what's going on, I released 2 mixtapes prior to that. I used to rap, for people who don't know. Sometimes I still rap.
Still do.
People, try to do
Spectacular.
sometimes. Yeah, but at the same time, at that time, I was just so focusing on music, and I still do, but I was more of like, yo, I'm a rap. And I met Ryan and Sean because I knew Sean because of our church, but I met Ryan through Sean. And at the time, like I don't know if y'all know the story, people know the story about FMG, and FMG was kind of born out of that. And actually, our first released was Independence Day, a mixtape, which came out in the same year as my album. And we worked on that. And then Sean helped me with mastering, and he helped me with beats, but he was on a project as well, and different things of that nature. So what I decided today was like, I want to throw out there. I want to try something. Let's try something. Let's do a 10-year anniversary situation with my project of The Principle, which was what it was called. I had two options, right? So I'm going back and forth with my wife the whole time. Maya's like, babe, I don't know. I text Ryan. I don't text Ryan. I'm sorry. I text Sean and Rick, and because I was like, yo, man, y'all is a part of it. What y'all think? They kind of give me the same answer, and I was like,
you totally went against that.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then I started watching something the other night, and somebody said something. He was like, yo, if you gonna go against somebody, I think they were talking about verses. I was watching something, they was talking about verses, and an artist was on there. He was like, if you're gonna go somebody, I want to fight with that person. Let's have a fight. So with that being said, it's kind of nervous. I don't know why.
You are like, this is
I don't
different
know.
for you,
I don't
bro.
know.
Like,
this is crazy.
So
And
I think
really
it's
don't
Aklesso, man. I think it's Aklesso being
I know.
here. You're nervous. You don't want that feedback.
He got his arms folded.
I was like, oh my
he
God.
got his arms folded.
I'm trying to hear the bars.
All right, so with that being said, Diddy's No Way Out classic album.
I don't know why you did this to yourself, bro.
I don't know, man. I grew up on Diddy. My mother had Motown. I had Bad Boy. Okay, so let's get this thing started. The views and opinions of the Trackstarz and the Trackstarz Universe are not the views and opinions of the artist, the label, producer, and others. If you feel offended, please press stop now. If you never heard of the mainstream artists and checking them out is not the reason for it. We try not to do the same artists over and over. If you're not a person who only listens to Christian music, this ain't your cup of tea. We understand noteworthy topic interviews. We got them all for you. We're not copying any battle formats. We've been doing this since 2000. I'm not the Christian version of anybody. God made me wonderfully made. It's just a bit, y'all. All right, so let's get this going. We're going to start off with Diddy first. Do you know? Here we go.
I looked back and saw the cat focus. Took notice, stayed away from the bogus. Till his rise began. Till he stacked his brand, played the brokest. Till he seemed hopeless. Soon to be the dopest. Cat coming, trap stunning. Fame singing, his name ringing. Money starts to pile. Honey start to wow. Top notch, drop top. Make everything he drop hot. He dream, visualize, plot and scheme. Got the cream, legally adopt the beam. Reach 5 drive slow. 850, jet black, 10 still.
All right, that was Diddy, Do You Know? And this is Jeremaya, Paradise. Here we go.
I'm so lazy, wasting time, it degrades me, put my volume low, I make no noise like my volume's low, my words gas me up like Texaco, I still don't move, procrastination kills my groove, like Stella, I want it back, wrestle with it like I'm on the max, kill my pride like I started shooting, finish with it, no more excuses, like 90s full straight execution, I'm done with fear, it got burned out, I'm switching gears, now I'm moving like a NASCAR,
all right, that was Jeremaya Paradise versus Diddy's Do You Know?
Why you lower your tone when you said your name? Why you lower? You saw he did
I got
that.
to, man. I don't want to say that's me. I'm DJ Jeremaya right now.
Ryan, what you got?
Jeremaya the artist.
Man, I'm going so Jeremaya on that, man. Paradise was one of my favorite joints on the whole project, bro. It really was.
Okay, Aklesso, what you got?
Okay, so the grooves were different though. His was more like, more upbeat. The Diddy one was more like suave. But based on what I heard, I gotta give it to Jeremaya.
Okay.
Okay.
One grace.
I'm biased as well on this one. Me and my sister produced that song. I'm on the hook. So
you had to tell people that.
But because it's true.
Wow, that's wild.
So I'm gonna toss that. What you got, Jeremaya?
I can't say, do you know? Well, I like Paradise, dude. So
you got Paradise?
I go with Paradise.
That was the very last song we worked on, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was. I remember you and Camille working on that joint, and it was me, and you wrote part of the hook. Did your sister write the hook, the singing hook too?
Yeah.
Okay, and then it was me and Ale rapping. So Right now, what's online? What's online?
Okay, that man is beating Diddy right now. Okay.
We got 6 more
Here's the
rounds.
thing about Diddy. I don't know who wrote all of his verses, but he always delivered them like it was his. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know who you're really going against in this battle.
Yeah, I know, but he also I went online. Okay, God bless. I saw a lot of Diddy's online though.
I gotta kill this bias right from the jump. Ryan.
Oh yeah.
Stop it.
My wife is
online.
Super,
Stop
she's not
it.
gonna be biased.
You can't be biased. Let's be honest.
Ryan.
Be honest. My wife is
Ryan?
honest to me. She tells me straight up, no, babe, that's not it. Okay.
Why'd you
She's gonna
say
say
my
it in the conference too.
All
All
right,
right.
bias. This is just gonna be harder for you to be not biased.
No, I think y'all gonna be good. Once we start getting into the crazy stuff, then yeah. All right, here we go. This is me not losing. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's not time to weep. Let's be strong and put the giant to sleep. From AIDS to cancer, fighting it's the only answer. Don't grab the towel. God gives strength to go the extra miles. Giving up is not in your blood. Prayers coming through, expressing love for you to keep fighting. We pray for God's sightings to come on the scene. You got purpose with a lot of dreams. It's not your time yet. We got records to set, records to break. Telling you to.
All right, that was Not Losing by Jeremaya. This is Diddy, Victory.
For the money that I get my song, I never lose the passion to go platinum. Said I live it up to all the cash gone. Ain't that funny? We use plastic, crafted to make classics, hotter than acid. PD, rolling on your tape CD. The Billboard killer, no team killer. The ammo is every channel. We've been hot for a long time, burning like a candle. What you can do is check your distribution. My song pumping Houston like Scarface producer. You ain't got it like me.
All right, that was Victory by Diddy versus
wrote that.
Jeremiah's Not Losing. Who y'all going with?
Biggie has a. Ryan, what you got?
I'm going Diddy on that one.
Okay. Guess my announcement worked. Aklesso, what you got?
Oh, Diddy, man.
Diddy. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. You
No,
know
that's
that's Diddy,
fine.
man.
I got Diddy. I already wrote down Diddy.
That's
I
clear.
already picked him.
Bro. Sorry, man.
Yeah, I already wrote Diddy. I have two situations. I'll tell y'all after this. But
You have insecurity? You have insecurity? Is that what
no, I already know. I told Maya. I said, Maya, if I can get 2 rounds, God is good.
You do
if
have
I can get
insecurity.
2, if I can get 2 rounds, God is good.
You do have an insecurity there.
No,
Of course,
no,
everybody
I don't.
would. Can you imagine this? Going up at
It is a different. The lights are a little hotter than normal.
Yeah.
in my
Listen,
house right
Aklesso, I've never rapped before, but they made me rap a verse I wrote in front of Script and D1. And they acting like like this is supposed to be.
Yeah, it's not.
Whatever.
All right, what's next?
What did they say though?
Actually, D1 was talking about signing me, bro, so it was all good.
He was lying.
That man, he capping, bro.
What's online?
Kevin, bro.
Diddy online? You got Diddy online?
Hey, you didn't even hear me rap. You must know I just don't look like an artist. I don't look like an artist to you.
Nah, bro, you fired. That's
I look like
Thinking, yep.
I look like
Okay.
Weird Al of the Christian hip hop game.
No, bro.
too
You have
Nah,
bars. You can
we
rap.
already got one of those.
That's funny. All right, man. Victory won. So
I
it's
really don't know what you're
1-1.
talking about.
We're about to go into round 3. We'll start off with Diddy, Senorita. Here we go.
Honey, I keep you hot and wet, flooded with ice. You can spend all day, chill all night, and sleep with the king. Repeat what I bring. Every few weeks, it's a bigger size ring. Carrots ain't nothing when the cabbage ain't nothing. I got habits like going to Paris. I ain't frontin'. You never need for nothing. Only one pipe. Would you like to go to dinner with Jordan and his wife? Am I moving fast? It can happen real soon. $1,000 shoes, dancing ballroom. You know the dress. They got the party impressed. You'll only wear.
All right. That was Diddy, Senorita. This is Jeremiah Looking Remix. All right. Here we go.
Looking for her cause she loves his freedom. His word, she believes him. She ain't hard to find. It don't matter if I'm riding a bench and she's in her prime. We a tag team like demolition. Making Satan tap cause he hates submission. Coming together hurts darkness. We on scope and on target. Praying for each other is a must. Praying for others is a must. When we get married, sex a plus. Only me and you can separate us. Fighting can't break us up.
All right, that was Jeremaya Looking Remix versus Señorita Diddy. Who y'all going with?
Q said Diddy rapping always feel like you gotta wear a silk shirt open.
Oh, Kizzy.
All right, Ryan, what you got?
I'm gonna go toss on that one.
Toss it up.
I'm gonna toss on that one.
Russell, what you got?
That joint was closer, but I'm gonna give it to Diddy. It was closer though.
Okay.
I got.
So you know what a toss is?
Either or, right?
Yeah. Okay,
we only get one of them.
Okay.
So I got Diddy on that just because the beat to me was a little more memorable, even though it sounded messy a little bit, honestly. But there was a piece of that beat
better.
Really? There was a piece of Diddy's beat that to me was more iconic. I'm gonna give it to Diddy.
Oh, am I go?
Yeah, man.
I'm going with me this time. I like that. I
Stand
thought
on your stuff,
I could have got that round, but I guess
Jeremaya had that hint of Jay-Z in there. I almost gave it to him for that. Excuse me, miss.
Jeremaya.
Yeah.
Ryan, who'd you vote for?
I said toss.
So it's a toss.
See, I could have got that round, man.
My bad. Let me go back and revote.
Nah, you good, bro. Unfortunately, I kind of got that round, so it's still 1-1.
Yeah,
so
you could claim
it
that
is. Yeah, I know what I mean. All right, man, here we go. Let's do it. This is when it's gonna get tough for me. All right, here we go. Round 4. We'll start off with myself. Jeremaya, Water the Wine. Here we go.
Back in the day, I stood in the back, cause the stage brought fear attacks. Weird doubt had me. I showed my fear like nerds with a bully. God gave me his confidence. Now I rap in front of a lot of men. Moving the crowd from left to right is no longer my plight. I do it proudly, cause Jesus is with me. With him by my side, like P.O.D. my rap come alive and show his changing power. He gives brave hearts to the cowards.
All right, that was Water the Wine. Jeremaya, this is Diddy. Can't Nobody.
Don't knock me cause you're boring. I'm record sales soaring, straight touring. Simply a lot of men cause they were
oh my God, no.
We spend cheese in the West Indies, then come home to plenty cream Bentleys. You name it, I could claim it. Young, black, and famous, with money hanging up. And when you need a hit, who you go and get? You bet against us? Nah, it's no bet. We make hits that'll rearrange your whole set. Right. And got a Benz that I ain't even drove yet.
All right, Diddy. Can't nobody hold me down. Jeremaya, Water the Wine. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead.
Ryan.
Jeremaya, I'm gonna go ahead and go Diddy on that. But I wanted to say that Water the Wine is where I learned how to Harlem Shake, bro.
No, you did.
You
did. Because you said you used to do something before your show.
So Water the Wine was like one of your first songs, right? That was one of the first ones you recorded.
Yeah, it was. And you mastered that one. Remember we did a maxi single?
Mm-hmm.
It was that and Looking Remix was the maxi single.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Aklesso.
Don't kill me too much, but go ahead.
Diddy, man. That song is so iconic.
It is, man.
Yeah.
It's so iconic.
Yeah, it is.
It's like the first rap song that I knew all the words to.
It's so
iconic.
iconic.
It's easy to remember.
So this is what I was trying to warn you about, Jeremaya. Not only are you going against Diddy, you're going against like a whole bunch of people.
And that's no, but what I'm saying is, I know it, but I didn't want it to be like.
I understand why you picked this because this means more to you. Like you're a Biggie fan, Bad Boy fan, and you have no connection to Will Smith whatsoever. So I understand why you didn't want to do that. You just had a better chance against Will Smith.
But if I lost, at least
you would have felt worse.
You sound like Donald Trump and Joe Biden. If I lost to the worst candidate ever,
if I lost, I'm not saying Will Smith it's not because that album. I had that album too. Like Big Willie Style was a great album. Like I liked it.
Ooh,
but at the same time, I just didn't want it to be like easy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, if I lose,
it would
I
have been
lose.
easy for you to beat Will Smith.
Dang,
no, I'm not saying that.
I'm
not. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it would have been
we
like.
should do that one.
I want to. My thing is, if I'm gonna lose, at least I'll lose to somebody that I'm like, wow, I lost to him. Okay, and same thing with Will Smith. But I think the thing is I think more people would have been more graceful online then you know what I'm saying? Because you only have one toss up. So, and then I don't think a lot of people listen to Will Smith stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but anyway, all right.
You
Sean,
wouldn't
you
have
saying
had
can't
Aklesso on
nobody
that
hold you down?
Somebody, so Joseph King just said Will Smith would have been a blown out. Which way? Will Smith got songs, bro. Like it
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I like his stuff.
Woo.
Miami was
Will
dope.
Smith,
Getting jiggy with
There's
it.
two of us.
Summer,
Summertime. But it would have been that song. That would have been that album.
Oh,
It would
okay,
have been
okay,
to
okay.
get jiggy with it. Just the
Oh,
two
yeah.
of us.
Oh, okay, okay.
Jeremaya.
Miami, just cruising.
Jeremaya.
Will Smith was the first rapper to get a Grammy, right?
Yeah.
First rapper. People don't remember that or don't know that.
Sean, you went with Puff too, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going with him too. All right, it's online, Diddy. All right, so 2-1. Okay, we're going to round 5. Let's start off with round 5. All right, here we go. Breath of fresh air. Jeremiah, let's go.
Driven for audience of one, lyrics boom like a shotgun. Cock back 12 gauge. I know a rock star like Metallica. Turn the page. He spent my life like he hit a split. Fear disappear like a magic trick. I'm living and I'm blessed. This body's a rental like cars on video sets. I must be Dwayne. It's a different world. Son of a king. I'm a prince near diamonds and pearls. Enough is enough. I know you tired. Same old style. I thought they retired. But
All right, that was Jeremiah with Breath of Fresh Air. This is Diddy. Been around the world.
Bedroom, dreaming of a million. Now I'm in beach houses, cream to the ceiling. I was a gentleman living in tenements. Now I'm swimming in all the women that be tense. Went from bad boys to the crushed linen men. Now my dividends be the new Benjamins. The broken questions, I like cinnamon. Mate, you got some send them in. What you waiting for? Let the freak show begin. How they man in the truck? Nah, that's it. Mercedes, come here, baby. You don't like it where it's hot and hazy, never shady. You must be crazy. It's ridiculous.
All right, that was Been Around the World. Diddy, Breath of Fresh Air, Jeremiah. Who y'all going?
Ryan.
Diddy.
Puff.
Aklesso.
Okay, I'm gonna go Diddy, but this is why I'm going Diddy. I'm going Diddy. To me, the beat was fire. His flow was better, but I feel like your bars was harder than his, but his flow, the way he like slid on the beat was harder, so I'm gonna have to go with Diddy. But your bars, I think your bars was tougher than his though.
But here's the only out you have from me is that piece of that song wasn't the best part of that song. I mean, the hook is the song to me.
Yeah. Biggie singing.
Yeah, it's the sample, it's that whole thing. So I'm gonna give you this one.
Okay.
Because I remember how hard you worked on that verse. But it was close. This would have been a toss for me if I had another one.
Okay. All right, so it depends on line. So Diddy took it. Cause I voted for myself. All right, so I like Breath of Fresh Air is one of the songs.
I don't know why
like
y'all
said.
do these line for lines to yourself. Sean did it to himself. I don't know why y'all do this.
No, because and here's another thing too. I think I said this also to Mike. I said I can't put people against people, and it's like hard on them too when we do it with other artists, and I can't do that to myself. So that's why another reason why I didn't pick Will Smith.
Aklesso, would you want to sit on
your wife
own
is
line
going
for
in
line?
on me, man.
Yeah, I would love to sit on my own line.
Oh wow. Okay. You hear that, Jeremiah?
I'm gonna talk to you about that later, baby.
Tell your wife to chill,
Diddy
bro.
pass.
I was as I was listening, I was like, it'd be a good one. I think like Jaden Smith. Me and Jaden, I feel like me and Jaden, like on his his 2018 project.
Mm-hmm.
The one with
Icon.
The one with Icon on there. I feel like that'd be a good one. That or X's the question mark one. One of those two.
Will Smith's remix of that Icon was like some of the best rapping I've heard from him.
Yeah, I mean he killed that.
His Will remix was to Joyner Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's next?
Prophet Josiah said, now he said, Jeremiah, now you know how I felt against Nas. That would see what I'm saying? Like I can't be biased. I can't be like give people like, hey, it is what it is. All right, this is the last one. This is round 6. We're not going to round 7. So, all right. We start off with score? You know what? We're gonna start off with Diddy first.
What's the
just
score?
get Diddy out the way.
What's the score?
3-1.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers, who be dipping in the bins with the spoilers. On the low from the Jake and the Taurus, trying to get my hands on some grants like Horace. Yeah, living the raw deal. 3-course meal, spaghetti, fettuccine, and veal. But still, everything's real in the field. And what you can't have now, leave when you will. But don't knock me for trying to bury 7 zeros over in Rio de Janeiro. Ain't nobody's hero, but I wanna be heard.
All right, that was Diddy, Benjamins. I'm fighting my childhood right now, y'all.
What you gonna follow up with that?
I'm fighting my childhood right now, y'all.
I grew up on this music, bro. I
know.
don't know why you did this to yourself.
I know. And Ryan, you said it. Facing the Giants. Let's go.
Relationships, conflict, success, oh my. I run away from them like thugs from crimes. The Lord said I'm with you, so cross the line. So let me face them and speak my mind. My last relationship didn't work like it was laid off. Since then, like Kano, you had my heart. But like a grill, I got a spark. You heard looking, that's where I live. Like a cookout, I need my rib. So I'm taking it back. Success and conflict, rolling the pack. You want me in the red, but I'll take the black. Forget.
All right, facing the Giants. Benjamins. You know what? Real funny, real quick. Sean has the most funniest line on that song ever.
Yes, he does.
Me? I don't remember what I said on
his
this.
verse is.
What did I say?
You said now everything is straight, no tone.
Chill. All right. I remember that now. All right, what you got, Ryan?
Oh, man. Man. I got to go Jeremaya on that. I'm sorry. I got to go Jeremaya on that.
We got one.
Got to go Jeremaya on that.
Ryan, you a liar. You a liar, Ryan. You lying.
I've seen him do it live. Aklesso. I've seen him do it live.
That's too much, but we talking about this song. We talking about the song. You bringing your bias into it, Ryan. You know you bringing your bias
that's
into
who
it.
I am,
Now you know Ryan, man.
I'm Ryan Bias, man. That's my other AKA.
Hey, that's good. Y'all brothers gotta stick together. I gotta give it a D, man. That song is so iconic. You know why it's even more iconic to Christians too? Because when Andy flipped it.
Yeah.
So
when
it's
he did
even,
Saturday cartoons.
Yeah, so when it's like you have the Diddy joint and then you got the Andy flip. So even if you don't know the Diddy joint, when you hear the beat, you think of Andy. You know what I'm saying? So obviously I'm not taking my Andy bias in it, but I'm gonna give it to Diddy though.
Puff.
Hey, bro. Facing the Giants is a dope song. Now, I remember that was one of the second to last ones we did.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Right.
Don't sandwich me, Sean. Don't sandwich me. Don't do that. Don't sandwich me.
But yo, that was my favorite Diddy song, bro. All About the Benjamins is so dope. Now I'm trying to remember the video, because this is All About the Benjamins was Kim
and Biggie at the end, but it was like it was a green television starts off, and then they in like the desert with
it was
baseball.
dark. It was a dark video, right?
Yeah,
man. I'm sorry, bro. All About the Benjamins was one of his best songs ever.
Yeah.
But I like Facing the Giants. Facing the Giants has a good flow to it.
Yeah. All right. If I'm being honest to myself, I'm gonna pick Benjamins. But Facing the Giants, I even going back listen.
Verse, right?
I love that verse. But going back listening to it, yeah, that's on Spotify.
Let me pull it up.
We should have did a video for that song because
y'all should have done a video. Y'all had some rappers that don't even rap no more.
Yeah, everybody on it was spitting.
I was mad though. I was mad that I was not a part of that clique.
Why
I was really mad.
All right, Diddy, bring it home. I got one off Diddy though.
Bro,
Thank you.
Can you imagine Meekness and Madness going on that track? Woo!
Yeah, we spitting on that joint, bro.
So I'm gonna find it. And I'll play it after this. But no, it was a good feel. You talking about when they had a lot of people on that.
Yeah,
that was a collab.
It was like Like it was like my Band from TV track, you know what I mean, or my Benjamin's track. So it was like, and I remember I told this to Maya today. I was like, I really put everybody on, and I didn't know people in Christian hip hop at that time, but at the same time, I put on all my friends because I really like, yo, these are the dopest people that this world needs to know about. And that was like, from if you go back and check it out, it's just different people that you probably don't know, but I just thought they were dope people that the world need to know about. So
was Will on here?
Yes, he's on there right before me.
Okay, so yeah, this is good. This is good. All right,
play that one out on the way out. That's
what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay. So, but also, and also, here's another thing too. Even though I knew this was gonna happen, and I kind of think I took Looking Remix on some Trump type stuff. But anyway, but I would say this. I think this is something to people, and I thought about this week. I was like, even if you got to celebrate your victories, small or big, you know what I mean? If you wrote something that didn't do what you wanted to do, music or whatever, you still got to celebrate it. You know what I'm saying? You still got to be compassionate about what you did. Like was something like that I put out that I didn't think, whatever, you know what I mean? Even if it inspired somebody to be like, yo, I got to show the world what real Christian hip hop is after listening to this, or this was dope, or whatever. I just want people to know out there, whatever you do, don't look down on it because it didn't do what you thought it was going to do. Yeah. You did it. You finished it. You accomplished something that other people may not could say, yo, I got an album out or whatever. You know what I mean?
But this album is part of the reason why we're still here after all these years. Because when Jeremaya was working on it, he was doing a lot of it himself. He was, reaching out to producers by himself. And I was just like, let me help him, man. Because I know how hard it is to do stuff on your own. And our partnering to finish this album is what birthed FMG. It's what kind of got us solidified as far as like Miles Austin. And that's Rick. Why people, Rick, that's why people kind of got around what not just FMG was doing, but what Trackstarz was doing. That's when people started hanging out with Trackstarz and all that stuff. So that album was really the jump off point for a lot of the success we're having now. Because learning how to put out an album, and at the time we were working for a record label. Yeah. We had the same experience putting out an album that charted on Billboard. You know what I mean? So those two experiences really helped us prepare to actually take over the industry. So it was a good experience. So celebrate this, bro.
Yeah, man. And like I said, it's just one of those things where it's like when you do something that you think about it, like, and here's another thing. I had a lot of stuff going on at that time. We had found out a producer wasn't making the beats, so I had to redo that and everything. And I realized like anything you're doing for God, you're gonna get some backlash on it. You're gonna deal with a lot of stuff, bro. Like
tell that real quick because I haven't heard a story like this in since.
Okay, so what happened was like we had somebody on our team. Well, in a team, but it was somebody that
at the church
went at the church. So he was like, people was hearing his beats and he was playing them and was like, oh snap, this dude beats is fire. I want to work with him. And I got the Water the Rhyme beat that we heard today, and I had another beat. And one day, I don't know why, I was on like SoundClick, and the Lord just put on my heart to write the name of the original beat that was on it, and I did it, and it came up. It was somebody else's name and everything. And I was like, man. And the thing about it was, I only had like 2 tracks from him, and like in some other and maybe like 2, and I was about to get another one, but I was like, man, I can't.
Somebody who had a whole album from that.
Yeah, somebody we know.
So if you didn't follow Jeremaya, there was a producer at our church peddling beats as his own, but he was just getting them from SoundClick and passing out CDs with those beats on it from other producers like it was his.
Yeah.
And selling them.
Yeah.
And when we found him out, bro, it was like, dude.
He was doing it at the church? That's
at
wild.
the church.
Yo, I ain't never seen Christians pull up at somebody's house like these cats did.
Can you imagine? And proudly, people was giving him compliments. Yo, bro, you're killing it, man.
Yeah.
And them beats is fire.
Man. Yeah. Like, thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you use? No, I just, you know what I'm saying, just got the keyboard, man.
You know what would have been crazy? If you was y'all were like, yo, I need you to engineer this real quick, and y'all go in the booth and he like
yo, let's make a beat right now. Let's get it out right now. Let's do it.
Yo, I remember us at like I remember you telling me Trayvon was like, yo, we got a team now, baby. He gonna make some beats. I can make beats like that. And I found that out. I was like, bro.
Yeah, he was because we were working with like a major dude. Trayvon, he's a guy who wrote Angel of Mine, Monica. Yeah, he was a big time producer dude, and he was producing like our church's group that got on Billboard. Yeah, and he was like looking at him for like, you know, co-production on future albums. Like he was getting into some hot water. Yeah. So I don't know how he would have lied his way through all of that.
Yeah.
But because he wasn't good at all. Like he couldn't make a beat to save his life.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing I felt the bad part about was the person we talking about that had his whole album. That was that because I called him and told him, and he was like, "Stop playing."
And that's the one they pulled up on him.
Yeah, he pulled up on him and went to his house and about to have an altercation with him. And he was like, "Man, this is crazy." I was like, "Yeah, bro. Yeah,
my bread back."
Yeah.
So, anyway,
that's wild.
There's a lot that goes into putting stuff out, man. So that was a learning experience for us. But again, it made a lot of difference because we used that experience to launch a lot of cool stuff that happened after that. Aklesso, thanks for hanging out with us.
Man. Yes, man. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, man. It's dope seeing, you know what I'm saying, like people who used to do like music and then like seeing there was an issue as far as infrastructure went in the industry and they did something about it. Like, that's honorable because, you know what I'm saying, like it gives people like me who's coming up a chance to reach people who probably would have never heard me or like seen me. So thank y'all for bringing me for real. I'm like really appreciative.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into this song. This is Facing the Giants. I apologize, in advance for anything I may have said. You're in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremaya. Let's go.
See, this is coming from a boy who was stuck in the struggle. Hung with the wrong people, stayed in trouble. See, I wasn't conforming, I was apart from the rest. I was facing the giant in the world, call it sex. I was chasing cars and female dogs, but my savior was this thing called bar. See, I messed up with a mindset to smash. See, I was taught to stench cause the devil is trash. I'm trying to save people from the borders to the coasters. The devil tried to hit, I made them park like Rosa. As soon as I walked, the devil became squirming. He tried to pick a fight, so I put him where the worms be. Having a house party, kids, so come get played, cause I'ma be on this mission till the devil get saved. And God said take it, so your boy had to take it there. I banked on God and homie became a millionaire.
Facing the giants because I am defiant. The ones that had me bound, see how I was reliant on them just to get by, like to live. Thought I had to sin every day just to live and feed 4-5 forms known as sex and rum, or maybe sinning and gin and love and lust between linen and these beautiful women, queens of God being disgraced by a man and they know how to put God in first place. Plus I battled fear, self-doubt, low self-image. I was my own worst enemy. My life was a scrimmage, and to top it all off, my anger problem was persistent, blocking blessings by refusing to forgive me. But now I tackle old issues, I passed that. Jesus touchdown, so victory, I had that. Used to think I was a grasshopper, now I understand I must defeat the giants of sin to reach my promised land.
We coming together to join this alliance. We fighting fears by facing the giants. The pressure will come, but we're not dying. With faith in Christ, we facing the giants. We coming together to join this alliance. We fighting fears by facing the giants. The pressure will come, but we're not dying. With faith in Christ, we facing the giants.
I was born sincere, I'ma die sincere. No bullet wounds, no punk here, no fake tattoo tears. Eyes clear like my mom's was before the black came. The cataracts from a nonsense of a crazed man. And I was lied to, dumb to the face, dude. And I was young and just dumb enough to believe you. I seen the eye proof, but here's the real truth. I didn't wanna know, cause if I knew, I don't know what I do. Her heart bleeds, she's screaming over the phone. So many years of her life that she's given, and now it's all gone. Her heart moans, I wanna be left alone, and I don't wanna be phoned as soon as grandma gets called home. My aunt's gone, my uncle is on his way. Just so happened to be at a moment his life phase. Look, life is a giant, I'm facing it every day. And ignorance is so bliss that I never wanted to go away.
See, I underestimate the power of my tongue, cause I found out how to make it both sharp and blunt. Way too many people left with scars from the cut, so I took that bad beef and started carving it up. But any man left alone gets injured. That's why I lean on my staff like Splinter. I am a company man, got insured, and I don't talk about my sickness unless it's been cured. And I would never be the same, not no way. And all my debt has been covered, no copay. And all is well, and my tongue has no say. Now that everything is straight, no tone. There I go again, trying to make my verse hot by making fun of other men. Soon as you knock it down, it tries to come up once again. Guess the next thing to tackle is the power of the pen.
We coming together to join this alliance. We fighting fears by facing the giants. The pressure will come, but we're not dying. With faith in Christ, we facing the giants. We coming together to join this alliance. We fighting fears by facing the giants. The pressure will come, but we're not dying. With faith in Christ, we facing the giants.
Facing the giants is facing Goliath. It's facing Katrina. It's facing the riots. Like king in the face of the racists with fire. King in the fight for the faceless, he triumph. The giant for me is my struggle with genius. I'm walking the thin line and what lies in between it. Insanity is just what society deems it. And most of the insane are condemned to the precinct. Or locked in the psych ward, pad with the padded wall. All because they spoke on society's vagabond. So am I deemed crazy because I don't see the boxes? And speak on the truth that frees people from bondage? I'm part Che Guevara, but more like Mahatma. Similar to King, but Malcolm's a monster. I am an activist, but also a prophet. But no infomercial or schemes for the profit.
Relationships, conflict, success, oh my. I run away from them like thugs from crimes. The Lord said I'm with you, so cross the line. So let me face them and speak my mind. My last relationship didn't work, like it was laid off. Since then, like Kano, you had my heart. But like a grill, I got a spark. You heard looking, that's where I live. Like a cookout, I need my rib. So I'm taking it back. Success and conflict, rolling the pack. You want me in the red, but I'll take the black. Forget judgment and hate. My success is Joshua 1:7 and 8. So I could die to your opinions. That's for the non-believers and the Christians. We coming together to join this alliance. We fighting fears by facing the giants. The pressure will come, but we're not dying. With faith in Christ, we facing the giants. We coming together to join this alliance. We fighting fears by facing the giants. The pressure will come, but we're not dying. With faith in Christ, we facing the giants.
Now, I'm in the field with Trackstarz right now. I had a blessed time. Hopefully you guys are listening. If you're not, then you're losing.